Ladies and hentai men, welcome back to the channel, episode 30, Big Sleep Podcast. Ernesto and Nick. How you doing, huh?
What's up, man?
How you freaking doing, huh? Rocking
How
the
you been?
merch. Oh,
Yeah.
I wore I wore a I went and visited my sister the other day in Omaha actually. And my niece has some um like medical conditions. She's in the NICU, right? She was just born a couple weeks ago. So we were gonna go up there and visit her, and I was wearing my Big Sleep shirt with like the logo, and I'm like,
Okay.
would this be inappropriate to
What
wear to a
the?
hospital into the NICU?
Nah.
And the old lady was like, I wouldn't wear it, and I was like, that's fair. So thought that was funny.
That would be a good shirt though, like tossing out the baby with the bathwater.
You're like, hey, all of you on this ward.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I could see where it's just not some people's flavor. Yeah, I showed my wife the some of like the videos that like inspire me, like the like school shooter related ones and stuff like
oh
that.
my god,
And she was like, I'm straight up not interested in this. And I was like, man, not everybody can be, you know?
yeah, it's a different level of humor.
Yeah.
I honestly I think we're a little and maybe I don't know, this could be to our benefit or detriment, but I feel like we're pretty held back.
Reserved.
Yeah, like in our
Yeah.
videos or even these podcasts, like with some of the stuff that comes out not on camera.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time it's like that's when the best content is made, when there
Yeah.
is no onlookers. So
You ever live in like the constant like over your shoulder knowing that you could make someone just cry?
yeah, it's my whole life. Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes like people like kind of want to talk to me however they think they want to. And then I just look at them like I would wreck your shit. Like, I would get personal real quick.
With words, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Nick's not taking anybody out.
Yeah, no physical,
Yeah. Not with that cancer
no
body.
hands. Yeah. But yeah, like emotionally, I'm about to emotionally damage you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
probably your kids. Like
Yeah.
they don't even have to be there to witness it. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
had a lot going on. Um I'm just tired, you know? I've just been super tired and my sleep schedule has, always been a problem, but yeah, like the last few days, I stayed up like one of the nights, so my what I would normally be up, and
Mhm.
then uh I went to bed like I essentially I slept all day the next day and got up at like 5 p.m. and then I was up until like 11, and then the lady was like, "Hey, it's your day off. Um you should come to bed like when I go to bed, just so we can like hang, we never get to like lay down together." Um and so I did, and I zonked again until like 10 a.m. the next day. Like I was only
Yeah.
up for like 6 hours, but I was dead.
Yeah.
I just took a nap right before I messaged you.
Dang.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. Check my thyroid or something.
Me too.
How's yours doing? Did you
I
lose
don't
it?
know. My body is so efficient, it tried growing another one.
Yeah, not benign. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Work's been something else. a lot of drama going on.
At work.
And yeah, so I just was like deuces on a few things, some extra tasks I was doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're like, well, that sucks. And I'm like, it does. But also, I don't care. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it
Yeah, I
goes.
kind of feel that. I don't know. I do like my job in the sense that like I can kind of do whatever I want to do sometimes. Like I can be as invested in things as I want to be. So like ADHD wise, it like kind of allows me freedom,
Yeah.
be as interested or disinterested as I want to be in things.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have that ability. The problem is, though, with like my career, is everybody else can also do that. And then what winds up happening is it comes full circle. And then I'm just cleaning up other people's shit that they didn't complete. And
Yeah.
it's like the last few things that I've had to deal with have been something that someone else has already been assigned to.
Yeah.
And I'll look back at what they did on it, and it was essentially nothing.
Mhm.
And then here I am dealing with the exact same scenario, and I'm like, well, why am
Yeah.
I here? You know, this should have been dealt with 2 months ago. So
Yeah.
that's been getting
Kind of
old.
having like the same or a similar like spiritual awakening, an epiphany. But like I I'm just realizing that like it's time to do less with less. Like I'm often an overachiever at work or like an overextender at the very least. And I just like I don't know. I don't I'm going to do my job. I will still overextend, not as much, and it's going to hurt some feelings.
Yeah. Well, and it's because you've set that bar for yourself,
Yeah.
like for other people to see, and that's a dangerous thing, right? Like I don't know that I feel the same way, and normally I'm pretty. I think we're both pretty like ambitious when we're tasked, um, especially for like upward mobility in a career structure. Um, and I'm surprised. I don't want to say I'm surprised. I've kept interest in my job like pretty well. Like I still have a fire of motivation, which is odd for me because normally to have that, I need to work somewhere where there's like a large potential for upward mobility. Like,
Hmm.
here's the steps to get this position, here's the steps to get this position. And I don't really have that in this job. But to my surprise, like, I'm still pretty interested in it and I still want to do good work, you know? Um, But I will say another positive, if you want to take a silver lining aspect of it,
Hmm.
is the bullshittery that I've been putting up with is kind of motivating. Like to set my horizons on something better. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
when what's the like quiet quitting? Like you just do
like
the
yeah,
minimum.
yeah, like the reassess. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like the danger zone because you won't leave your job but you'll stay there. So you're just like kind of kneecapping yourself because you're not going to do good
Yeah.
enough work to get promoted, but you're not doing enough to like get fired or leave. Um, I'm getting to that point where it's like there's some shoving and it's kind of like relighting a fire, Like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to start looking at other jobs and I'm going to look
Yeah.
at new housing and stuff like that. And it's kind of revitalizing, like risk taking.
Yeah. I definitely think that like your career field is also like very like trying. Like there's like it's a life-changing career field. So I don't think I mean I don't I would not embrace it with open arms like that that lifestyle. Um and Yeah, I don't think I would wanna do it for a long time if I had to.
Yeah.
So I could definitely see like, unless you're trying to stay in that career field.
Yeah, not necessarily. And there is irony in that statement because, you know, my career field, I didn't meet it with open arms. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's kind of the ironic part is um I'm oh, I think I've mentioned this to you before, but like I do my work because I think there's a lot of shitty people out there that also want to do my work. And it's like by me doing this work, some shithead can't get my job. At least in my one position, you know what I mean? Like some
Yeah, that's
shithead
fair.
isn't getting my spot. And I
Mhm.
have a little bit of obviously I don't have like a huge say in how we operate, but I can be like a positive influence or like you know what I mean? Like a do gooder and people around you will be like, "Hey, maybe that's how I should do this." So,
That's fair.
and you definitely have to decide between you have to know yourself too. Like, am I a resilient person,
Yeah.
which is the best way to go about it? And if you're not, are you able to like dissociate without ruining your own life? You know what I mean? Like, can
Yeah.
you turn the switch off and coast through and do what has to get done without it like affecting your mental health? And if you can't do either of those two things, you won't be in there long. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
Yeah.
you know, some stuff can tear you up. So,
It would be nice to have, like, the success story of, like, making it to the other side of, like, having the experience, but not having, like, a lot of traumatic events,
mm,
and then, like, you know, landing, I guess, like, a more,
advisory.
like yeah, advisory or, like, something in the like, in the justice system that isn't, like, I guess ground level, if that's appropriate to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, and that's part of why I'm going to school is
Yeah.
to hopefully have like more say in that stuff or you know,
Like,
more actionable
ground level is
decisions.
not appropriate. In the field, I guess, is what I would say.
Yeah,
Field work. Yeah.
more logistics and
Yeah.
administrative. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Operations. It would be nice to be part of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a job where you can be like associated with it, but not like in the field.
The target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got one class left and I've kind of been shitbagging it, dude. I went into this with some hardcore motivation to try to get done with this schooling. Like it's all student led time frames. So you could
Hmm.
do 4 semesters worth of classes in one semester if you can nail it down and just do it. And I
Yeah.
started off strong. I did like 3 or 4 classes in the first month and a half. Like I finished one class in one day, and
Hmm.
I'm on my last class, and it's like what do I want? Like anatomy, and I'm like,
Mm.
mm. So I've just been sitting on it for like a month.
Mm. Yeah. I have a guy I work with that I mean he just started classes and like first semester ends here in like a few days.
Yeah, yeah, I'm running out of
It's
time.
surprising, like, how fast, like, semesters go, so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention while I was in Omaha, um, went to the old stomping grounds, and I was like, "Hey, is Nolan here?" And
Oh, yeah?
they're like, "Yeah." And so they went and got him, and he came through the doorway and looked over, and we made eye contact. And he started walking towards me, and he's like, "You know, sup?"
Yeah.
I even told the old lady, I'm like, he's gonna say, "What's up?" And like as he got close, I like put my arms out, and his velocity increased rapidly, and we
Just
embraced,
to
and it was so
just to
nice.
embrace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It was exciting. Like I was glad to see him.
Good.
Um, yeah, yeah. And she was with me, and she was like, "Why do you look so nervous?" You know, beforehand, because I was like trying to get someone to like go get him.
Yeah.
And then when we were leaving, I was just like cheesing, driving home. She's like, you know, getting trolled over it. I'm like, dude, I haven't seen him in
I,
so long.
yeah. Yeah, I don't see him as often as I used to, and I'm local.
Yeah,
That's on me. I don't know. Like I kind of just fell out of like some of the hobbies that like he and I shared. I mean, we still game together every now and then, but I
yeah. I saw they
respect
were
his
playing
space.
Helldivers again.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's played a lot of Helldivers. I just hate like I enjoy streaming games and like playing games, like or recording games when I play them. But like I respect their space enough. Like I don't even want to ask like other people usually like to get involved with it. So, and I know it's better content usually, but I just feel like so guilty to like invade people's space that way.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, even having like an involved chat will make or break a
Oh yeah,
stream. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. Yeah.
especially with me being nights, if I stay up at night, like if I get off of work at 4 a.m., I'll try streaming until like by the time I get settled down and start gaming, I'll do like a 2.5 hour stream. So like 7. Um, and yeah, man, like it's rough. Like
Yeah.
ain't nobody up from 4 to 7.
No one in America that is.
Well, and
Well,
if I do have those people, it's like they're probably up doing something. You know what I mean? They're also probably night shift, so they're just
yeah.
watching it, and they're not talking. Like I'll have like 14 viewers or something at like
Yeah, on the
5:30 in the
background.
morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know. Which I get it. I don't comment on anything either. Like I don't. I'll blow you
Oh,
up because
really?
it's hilarious.
See, I be commenting on
Yeah,
YouTube and on people's Twitches.
yeah. I've never been that way.
I'm like, "What's up, big boy?" Like, I'll just say whatever. Like, we're best friends. Like, I've
You
known this
got
guy my
pants
whole life.
on.
Yeah. Like,
Well, that's
I
great.
like this game, but I don't like watching you play it. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
just troll them a little bit,
But
see if they're resilient.
when you stream, see, like some people have it, some people don't. Like I can be outgoing, and I think that's what it is. I can be. I'm an introvert, but I can be extroverted. Like when something's happening,
Oh, yeah.
if I can interact with someone, but I am not a play a game by myself and like talk guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'm forcing that. I mean I don't think it comes off that I'm forcing it because I've like tried to rewire my brain to like discuss things or things that are going on in my head while I'm gaming. But like if
Like,
you
with
watch,
yourself.
yeah, if you watch earlier stuff,
Mhm.
like at one point I was just uploading videos, just no commentary. Like I'm just playing a game for like 2 hours,
Like,
no webcam. Yeah,
Stephen Hawking.
yeah. But I've watched yours, and you're not like that. There's actually a guy I work with, and I think I told you about this, or maybe I mentioned it, but like he does flight sim,
Oh, nice.
and this dude just like hopped in the Discord and was share screening the him doing it, and he's like, all right, we're gonna turn on blah blah, like he just dictated everything and didn't stop the whole time, but it wasn't like rambling. Like I watched it live
Yes.
and I was just like, this is great. I could sit and watch this. I don't play flight sim, but like
Yeah.
I've flown planes and stuff like that. And yeah, I was interested. I was like, you need a stream, dude. Like he
Hmm.
would be great at it, and he
I
knows.
get I just don't have like the filter anyway. Like I just let it roll out, you know? Like if a thought comes in my head like, "Oh, what happens if I jump off this cliff?" And then I do it and then I'm like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah, that's
So,
I also yeah, and that's the other thing is I don't like take risks in games unless it's like a risk taking game. I'm all about like what's the logistical answer here
oh
and
really?
how can I mitigate problems and that's why I like like the games that I like,
Yeah.
you know.
See, I like games that don't take their self serious. Like I like to I don't know. I like arcadey like some of the best games I've ever played are just like some arcade BS like Pokemon Rumble, bro. Like just dumb. Like smash
Clogger.
it. Like I was one of those guys that were excited when WoW announced their like what was it called? Like their macro button and people were like just smashing X
Yeah,
for
what's up with that by the way? That's kind of had some mixed reviews.
it almost makes me want to install.
Yeah, you can macro WoW, but I bought old school RuneScape membership last night.
I saw
And
you playing Rune Light or whatever.
yeah, it's just a launcher.
Yeah.
But like I can't macro a clicker to like
Mm,
cook lobsters or something or fletch arrow shafts. Like instant ban of your whole account.
yeah. Yeah, dude. Gotta get those capes, man.
Yeah. Old school RuneScape, I don't know, man. Something I guess I didn't realize. I knew you could buy bonds in game now, so it gives you like a month of subscription,
Yeah.
but it's
Mhm.
like 15 mil to buy like in-game currency to buy a month.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay, I mean that's kind of cool. Like if you're a member, it's a little easier to get to it cuz you can do higher level stuff, but you could still do it free to play. And
Mhm.
as long as you did like 4 or 5 days worth of stuff on free to play, you could cover the rest of your month for membership.
Mhm.
No, man, it's 8.99. You can buy a bond and your character can get the bond in game and then you can sell the bond for 15 mil. And I'm like,
So pay to win,
I
pay to
think
something.
so. People say
Yeah.
no, but my argument is, yeah, I can go around like mining and make
Mhm.
pennies or like the full stack, you know what I mean? Mine,
Yeah.
get all the stuff, bank it, and then go smelting,
Mhm.
and I level up both. Or I pay 8.99, get 15 mil, and I go to the Grand Exchange and buy a bunch of steel ore and smelt them. And I didn't mine it, and I'm leveling up tenfold as fast because I can just
Mhm.
buy a bunch of the ore and smelt it like 2 feet away.
Yeah.
How's that not pay to win?
It's pay to win, man. WoW's pay to win too. WoW coin. Like ain't nobody buying WoW coins and gold. That's insane.
I don't think there should be anything currency related for
I
in-game
agree.
money.
I agree.
Yeah,
I also don't think that
or
like
power levels.
microtransactions should exist at all.
Yeah,
Like I feel like anything that adds a advantage to the game is pay to win. If it's a sight on a gun that is like a aesthetic, like Overwatch, you play a certain character and that character has a crosshair in their scope and that makes the game better or easier. I don't know. I mean, you see it all the time where like pay to win skin Fortnite, you know, and like if it's like super camouflage or something like that, and yeah, it's I just think microtransactions are trash.
yeah, yeah. I mean, WoW's been really bad with it. I like even power leveling to 70. It's like I can buy something that's
And just
gonna
ding,
bounce my
yeah,
level to 70, and I'm like close to end game.
yeah. WoW endgame is trash.
I, Gaming in general, the journey is the fun part to me.
Yeah,
I usually abandon games before I get to the end game, which is funny
yeah.
because I'll put in hundreds of hours into a game that I love and never finish it.
Mm.
Like
See,
Kenchi's a
I
big
don't
one.
know. I like Diablo. Diablo in games are always good. I couldn't make it for Diablo 4. Give up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have hundreds of hours in Kenchi and I've never even taken over like a city.
Hmm.
I just build and
Yeah.
train my guys up and run around. Like that's fun for me.
I think that's why I like arcade because like it's about the moment, right? Like, and that's why I like Risk of Rain because like yeah, it's about the adventure, the decisions, like that run, like all the special things that are happening in that moment, and then it's over, and you don't have to ever think about it like ever again. If you had a really good run, maybe you can reflect on that time that something happened. But
Yeah. I
yeah,
will say some of the titles that we've played together have warmed me up to roguelikes.
oh really?
Like new run, I don't have to
Yeah,
worry about whatever. I
yeah.
do like games that have roguelike where you die and the run's over and then there's like perpetual upgrades.
Oh, progression. Yeah,
Yeah, like 10% health
rogue.
stat on every
Yeah,
character moving forward.
rogue light.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever that. I don't even know. They're all the same to me.
yeah, yeah. I was just making a pun, but
Yeah. But I mean there's some stuff coming
yeah.
out I'm pretty interested in, so
I don't like all roguelikes. Like oddly enough, I'm a huge Diablo fan, but I think Hades was trash. Like unpopular opinion,
Hades
but
2
people
is
love
coming
that
out.
game. Yeah.
Or is
I
out.
don't know if it was well received. I think yeah, I know it was early access or demo or whatever, but I don't know.
See,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like I'm not a huge fan of those like platformer games.
I think Hades is more of a isometric
Oh,
hack and
you're right.
slash like ARPG style
Yeah. Now that you say that.
WASD movement maybe or controller probably for the best. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've had interest. I picked up boot up my old summer sale. I picked up a lot of games, man.
I
Picked up
honestly did
Peak.
not see much. Like usually you can scroll through and see a bunch of games, but it's just
Yeah.
giving me the same suggestions.
What do we have here? What do we have here? I picked up High on Life, Dead Zone, Rogue, Core Keeper, Fly Night, Wayfinder. Finally picked that up. Division 2, and then Peak. And Peak was not on sale. I bought it outright. It was like $6.
Yeah. I had fun playing Peak the other day.
I like Peak. I mean, for me, that goes to show that I mean, $6 and I have 7 hours in it.
Yeah.
That's insane entertainment for your money. $7. It's $8 now, but whatever.
Yeah, I didn't see much. Um I bought I bought Peak, yeah. I don't think I bought anything else. I think I just looked. I thought there was going to be more to choose from.
Yeah.
Do you see No Man's Sky had another huge update?
Dude, No Man's Sky keeps it real. Those guys are the realest.
Yeah, they came out with another pretty large update. Like I've been having like multi-gig updates for a couple of titles that I haven't played in a while.
Yeah. I need to pick up a monitor, and I was looking at OLED, and I think I might look at like the Samsung, like the 34-inch, like not OLED, um, for now, just to keep it cheap.
Yeah, I mean, I will say though, OLED monitors, man, not only are they amazing, but their price has drastically gone down.
Oh, for sure. I just don't want to drop like $600 right now. Like,
Yeah, I can get that. But again, see, there's like two sides of that argument because you not drop 600 now and drop 2 or 300 now and then upgrade again earlier. Like a
yeah,
monitor in my mind, if you get a decent monitor, I'll run my monitor to the ground. Like I'll keep it for
yeah,
this
that's
this
true.
secondary monitor that I have right now is the first ultra wide I had, and I bought this when I was working in Omaha,
Fair.
and that was
I mean,
years
yeah,
ago.
Bentley is using my monitor that I bought in 2017. Or actually, I didn't buy it. Kristen gave it to me for like my birthday or something.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I agree. Still makes it hard to spend 600 bones.
I get. I'm thief of comparison here. I mean, I bought
Yeah,
my monitor and it was like $1,500 when OLEDs were coming out,
yeah.
so I'm feeling the pain.
I think that's my issue. I think that's where I went wrong is I have an A1E OLED upstairs, and then I have an 83-inch LG C2 on the wall, like in the other room here. And it's like, man, like why don't I just go play Xbox on the C2? Like
Yeah. See,
G gang.
I made a good move on my TVs. Um, and it seems kind of like reverse thinking, but I've had that OLED. I have a 55-inch OLED in my bedroom that I've had forever. And like that gets you thinking, oh, you want an OLED in your living room as your main TV or whatever.
Mhm.
But like I don't watch a lot of TV in the living room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like we'll play an episode before bed or something like that, and I appreciate the OLED in there more than I think I would if it was sitting out in my living room. Because I just bought a 75-inch, like not the lowest level TCL, I would say like second highest, but TCL's cheap, and definitely not an OLED. But if I'm gonna watch TV during the day anywhere, it's gonna be in the living room, and I'm not benefiting that much from OLED anyway in a lit room. So I think I made the right move. And watching OLED in the dark is like end game.
Yeah. I think I don't watch much TV during the day unless it's like YouTube
Yeah.
Asmongold or something.
Yeah. Dude, what's the deal with I know we're late to this, but I've been seeing a lot more suggested pirate. He's getting trashed.
Yeah.
Game killer, blah blah blah. Do you I haven't watched any
Yeah.
of the videos, but like what's the
Yeah.
deal?
I unsubscribed.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you loved that guy.
I enjoyed walking and or talking to him, walking with him. The fuck?
Holding hands.
Um, I talked to him on Discord a few times, or in one of his channels, like, and he's pretty active. But like, yeah, I think maybe arrogance with like a hint of like I don't know. Maybe his shtick is that like he was a WoW dev, right? So he has and he's a coder, so he has like an opinion on everything, which is fine. Like that's what YouTube wants. They want to hear your opinions on things sometimes, either information or opinions. Uh, and I think that he provides both at a pretty reasonable rate, but like sometimes it's arrogant. And then I guess he also copyright striked like a game and it came back to not be true.
Oh, is that
And
what
then
this is about?
like it sounds like maybe he did it again. At least based on the titles that I've seen, it was like Pirate Software Strikes Again. So
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what was going on.
I mean, keep in mind it could just be like because he tanked in views there for a bit, and it could just be like a thing to stay relevant, right? Like copyright strike something and like there's no repercussions for copyright striking something like if it's not true. So you get like a peak in fame, you know, notoriety.
Well, there should be some type of reciprocity, like you copyright strike someone and it's not true, and you can prove it's done with malice or something, then you get the strike.
You like what, a countersuit like for
Yeah.
damages maybe? I don't know.
Well, I mean, just by policy on whatever streaming. So, like, I'm not saying
Yeah.
legal recourse.
I think off topic, I think Twitch is in trouble. Like
Why?
just the amount of like weird actions I've seen. Like like don't get me wrong, I think Tectone is a loser.
I don't even know what
But
that is.
like they've banned him off and on and he's always been like kind of like a loudmouth dude on Twitch. Um, but they're not like enforcing the law on some like pretty blatant anti-American stuff, like some like straight hate. And I kind of wonder if they're gonna like nip it in the bud soon. But I've been wondering that for like 3 or 4 years now. So it's like at what point do I say like I don't I mean I've quit my Twitch presence like entirely. Like I'm gonna solely focus on YouTube for now. Not that Google is much better, but at least I feel like Google is pretty fair. Like they would just ban both parties because like they can recover.
Yeah. And I don't know. I've been on Twitch for like a long time and just haven't, I've neglected to like give it the time of day. But I see a lot more stuff with YouTube, like
Oh,
problems
really?
there. And that's mostly because if you watch anything that would be like deemed conservative, they like trash that stuff. Like
Yeah.
like I like firearms, right? Like
Mhm.
I like um watching like what's come out that's new, and I like watching like the updates through legislation on the Hearing Act and all that stuff, which there's a bunch of drama there, and the Short Barrel Act. Um but like yeah, they won't monetize it. They won't push it in the algorithm. They will ban videos. Like you can't even show twisting on a suppressor. You can't
Mhm.
show fully automatic gunfire.
Mhm.
Um, some places won't even let you show over 30 round magazines. Like, I don't know. It goes back to that argument that Twitter had or that Facebook went through. It's like, are you a forum, like a
Mhm.
public forum, or are you not? Like, are you a news organization or something? And it's
Yeah.
like, if it's not illegal, I think it should be able to be viewed and handled the same
Yeah.
as anybody else's. So if you're going to say I can't monetize a video that I do about a gun, which is like my hobby, and I'm not doing anything illegal, isn't it kind of malicious to not let me monetize that content, but someone could monetize content of them eating at restaurants and being misgendered?
Or stomping on the flag.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like where's the line?
I think that streaming on YouTube is entertainment, and entertainment is often associated or is art. And uh
Expression.
yeah, and because of that, art is, kind of hand in hand with like leftist and like express other expressive values, freedom of expression values. And yeah, it's unfortunate
But there's
that they get
irony in that.
associated.
Is
Yeah,
like
I
if
agree.
it's
Yeah.
associated with that, then they would be all for the freedom of speech or the freedom of press. You would
Yeah.
think. And I think that's kind of the song and dance of certain political leanings is I agree with freedom of speech as long as it's not your speech or as long as it's something that I like or I agree with. And that kind of
Yeah.
implicates the entire point.
Yeah, being gun control is definitely like a value of theirs though. Like
Yeah. But I can tell you what, there wouldn't be a First Amendment if there wasn't a Second Amendment. So,
yeah, I think I mean yeah, it is I mean it's an unfortunate side effect. I mean and sometimes it gets weird, man. Like people live streaming like bikini streams like Twitch there for a while and it still might be, but like Twitch was like nothing but like chicks in bikinis and like it was like borderline nude streams there for a while.
yeah.
And it got gross. It got weird.
Well, chicks know their target audience. That's really what it boils
Yeah.
down to. You're on Twitch, you're on a gaming site, like probably 70%, 60 or 70% are male.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like you're not picking up some of the females too. So, kind of seems like a decent thing. But in that sense, again, it's like you can't argue that. Like, I'm not going to argue that because if I'm going to argue that I can't be monetized for gun content, then I can't sit here and say, they should only allow gaming categories and nothing else.
Yeah.
Like I get it's their platform. It's important on how you word or how you monetize that platform. If you're gonna run on the notion that you're public, public forum or public entertainment or something like that, then it's a little hard to start picking and choosing what you're gonna allow on the platform if
Yeah.
that's your motto.
I agree. It's hard to say you're public when you're a private company, like no matter what, right? Like especially like when you receive donations and you have shareholders.
Yeah, yeah.
BlackRock.
Owns 95% of U.S. market. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, man.
Did you watch the? Have you watched any of the recent? Well, did you watch Bernie Sanders on Joe Rogan?
No.
Oh, that was a meltdown.
Oh, really? Think
Yeah,
he didn't do that good? Usually he's pretty good at speaking.
Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I've enjoyed when he talks a couple times. I mean, sometimes he kind of like, gets a little crazy, but
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But
oh,
Joe
really?
Rogan's a huge fan, or was. I mean, Joe Rogan was
Hmm.
like the war horn of
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders for a long time, and you can
Yeah.
tell, man, about 20 minutes in, you can see it in his face. He's like, man, I was fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Because he starts calling, he's like, well, wait a minute. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciated that he went toe to toe with some of the stuff because here's the deal. I mean, maybe Bernie Sanders is a good speaker. I don't pick up on that. I think that he is. I will give him this. He's scripted, but he's been in this realm for 40 plus years. So
Hmm.
he's found ways to like make it seem organic, but I can
Yeah.
still tell that these are talking points that he is rehearsed. So I think
Yeah.
that's probably more of what it is he's just rehearsed. But like if you called him on anything, he just like, "Oh, I don't know." Like the big one was the climate change thing. He's like, we got to nail down climate change, blah blah blah. And Rogan again is like not. I don't know. There's this stigma that he's like conspiracy theorist and all this stuff. I would hardly say that. I think he's skeptical of things, but he's also not saying that a conspiracy is the answer either. So I wouldn't consider him
Hmm.
a conspiracy theorist. He's just like, there's more to learn. And can you be considered a conspiracy theorist if you're like, I don't know the answer, but there's more to learn? I would
Yeah.
argue no. But anyway, so he's like, well, what about this? Like in the last 400 years, like he has the graph of the global heat indexes and stuff like that. He's like, we're in the global cooling period. And like Bernie went on this whole rant to say all these things about climate change. And then Joe showed him that graph. And literally it all went out the window. He's just like, well, I haven't seen that study, so I don't know. And it's like, that was it. That was his answer. Like that simple. And it's like, if you're going to
Yeah.
spearhead this much of an argument and like take it to the grave, what do you mean you haven't seen this graph? It's like one of the most used graphs
Yeah.
in the history of the talks of climate change.
For a
Why?
counter argument.
Yeah, like,
Like, know your counter argument.
and let's say the graph's wrong.
No.
Shouldn't you at least know why it's wrong? Like, if it is wrong and someone brought you something that's like, well, what about this? Hopefully, you'd be. I'm not saying you have to be perfect and be a encyclopedia about this stuff, but like, oh yeah, that graph, I've
Yeah.
seen it because it's super popular. Here's the explanation for it. But
Be
no,
informed.
just I don't know, I haven't seen it, and that was it.
Yeah. I think that my negatives for Bernie Sanders is that he has benefited immensely from the political system.
He's the epitome of a lifer.
Yeah. Like
Grassroots.
he definitely doesn't practice what he preaches, like yeah, I definitely think that term limits should be a thing. Um like short term limits. I think term limits should be like dangerously short. Um like almost counterproductively short. But yeah, I think that I previously have valued some of his like social politics. Like his opinions on it.
Yeah, I think he was more real on the
Yeah.
podcast. Like, I was surprised to hear him say, well, actually, you know what? I take that back because it was the whole party, now that I think about it. Because when it first happened, everyone was like pro Hamas. And
Mm,
then all of a sudden, overnight, the left completely changed. Like,
yeah.
I still don't understand to this day how fast they went from like Free Palestine to they're a terrorist organization, like overnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he kind of started this statement with that. He played both sides of the fence. Yeah, now that I think about it, that was probably more disingenuous than I initially picked
Mm.
up on. But
I mean, maybe I yeah. I mean, there's always a chance, like, if you're middle of the road, it's like, are you being disingenuous and playing both sides, or are you just neutral, keeping it real to yourself of like, yeah, I can understand why someone would do that, but
it's history. I think that's what
yeah.
determines that. Is were you open to both sides from the beginning, or are you
Mm,
open to both sides now that everyone in your party is now open to both sides? It's like
yeah.
those are two different things. Um,
I really have no opinion on either. Like I know nothing of a war that's been going around since like biblical times, so
yeah.
I I have no opinion on it.
Well, if it is the case, and I'm saying if, right, because we don't know shit about what's going
Mm,
on over there, to be honest. But yeah, if some country bombed my country or did a terrorist attack on my country, I would give forewarning, which is what it sounds like. That's what we're being told. Is they're like, hey, get out of these cities. We're about to fuck it up. And they held civilians, or they told their civilians that this is propaganda, don't leave, and then hid behind them and are setting up in mosques, hospitals, churches, whatever. I'm sticking to my word that I'm bombing the fuck out of you
yeah,
for killing thousands of my people. And if you're going to tell your people, no, stay here, we're going to use you as meat shields, sucks to suck. I know that sounds pretty brazen, but at the same time, now it's like a thing. And I agree, like civilians definitely should not be a target. Civilians should not be casualties of war, children, women, you name it. But I mean, I think people forget pretty greatly that that is war. Like that is a part
Yeah,
of war that is terrible. No one thinks war is beautiful besides Lockheed Martin. Uh, but
Boeing.
yeah, well, it's like you're talking Japan. Japan did some fucked up stuff in World War II, and we dropped a sun on
Yeah.
on their country, and they were done. Like no problem since then. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And that's a odd tactic because we have not used that tactic since.
Yeah.
And I would say
I think it's a lot of treaties after that. Like
that
yeah, and
people withheld or upheld though. That's the thing.
yeah,
Japan, Germany, all these places that entered in these treaties are like, hey, this is a treaty. We're sticking to it.
yeah.
Iran has not been like no one has been following their ceasefire agreements. No one has been
Hmm.
following their hostage exchanges, and I'm pointing
Hmm.
fingers at Palestine 100%. Like they
Yeah.
have not been upholding the agreements that they've had, and you know, it's like turn the sand to glass, man. Like that's I don't know. Like at some point you have to have stability. I this whole let's change the regime in Iraq bullshit or in Iran. Like no, I'm not on board with that. I'm not on board with any war, period, let alone war in the Middle East. And I think that was they dropped the ball on that. We had a couple of conservative people, Massey, whatever, anti-war, and that's how it should have been. Um, but yeah, we have no business dictating how other things work unless they are. It's one thing to attack an ally and help your ally. It's another thing to get into a war where it's not like an allied force. I think that's the one argument that we have with some of this is like Israel as an ally. It's like we are expected to help our allies, but we don't need to be getting into shit that has nothing to do with us. If they attack another country that has nothing to do with us, we're not the world police. Sorry. We never were. We shouldn't be.
Yeah. I don't know. I I think that they make themselves look bad, and so like they exist for good reason sometimes. Like people don't convert to like those religions or they escape those religions sometimes because like of their like social you know perception of it. Um but then yeah, so yeah, I'm glad that they exist in the light that they do. Um But
Yeah.
in the same breath, like, I do think it's weird that, like, the arms race happened, the Cold War, and, like and then, like, all the superpowers got together and said, "Alright, we've got nukes and nuclear energy and everything else, and we need to stop escalating this or else we're gonna blow up the Earth."
Mm.
So, like, no one else gets to make them. And then you've got third world countries who are like like nuclear energy would be a life-changing event in like some of these places.
Yes. I do have a little pushback on that though. When that third world country is not investing into nuclear energy
Yeah.
and they're enriching nuclear products for
Mhm.
uh, a country
Orange
that
juice.
is
Yeah.
only interested in wiping other people off the planet and is led by terrorist regimes, I definitely can see some hesitation in allowing someone to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine that them getting nukes is to like establish their foothold in the world. But
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I think
think
there's
I
a
don't know.
line.
I predict within the next 10 years we will have the first launch of a nuclear weapon and it'll be shot out of the sky by something amazing.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I mean, we already have
Mhm.
like anti-missile and interceptors and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I don't mean like tactical, like I mean like someone's gonna launch like a large nuclear device and then yeah, and then a Patriot battery or whatever. Like someone's gonna anti and knock it out, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's always going to be a race because I mean Russia has some warheads right now that are like undetected and straight beeline down from the sky, and like AA can't even take it down because it's so fast, like undetectably fast, and
Oh,
so it's just going to
we
be
do too.
this. Yeah, well, that's my point. Is it's just going to turn into a is
Yeah.
AA keeping up with the
Mhm.
sky suns. It's like those are the two things.
That is one interesting thing that I'm glad that like Trump, Trump said like he really like likes the Iron Dome idea. And I'd be interested to see where he takes that. I mean, because the army is about to start evolving drastically. Like we are not caught up on drone warfare. Like
No,
Ukraine, Russia are on like the cutting edge right now of drone warfare.
and even that's
And
pretty poor. Yeah.
we're like, I don't know, I'd say we're 6 years behind on that. Like, and that's
Well,
just a lousy guess.
and that's just prediction, or that's just production.
Yeah.
That's not even
Yeah.
technology. Like we needed to start making this stuff, like producing it that long
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. And not to, yeah, training, like we would just have to like wing ding it and hope for the best right now.
Yeah. Well, and think of the landmass. Like we're pretty much only penetrable by air. Like
See,
our
yeah.
naval, yeah, but our naval prowess is unmatched. And you know, I would argue that is land assaults are almost antiquated by now, especially for U.S. soil. Like, I don't think anyone would benefit from trying to do land assault. So, I mean, that leaves aerospace, and our land mass is so high that our focus should be, um, 360 air defense.
Yeah.
Because we have
Yeah.
key target areas in the center of the country, in the southwest, on the coasts. Like you want coverage at all the major sites.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, I mean, drones hopefully aren't, you know, mass, like mass casualty, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like, hopefully. But I definitely think that like we need to catch up in that aspect. Um,
Well, the more they increase the payload capacity, the more likely we are to have mass casualty. I mean, right now, I would say it's small to medium soft targets, and then
yeah.
some heavy payloads are like mechanized
Yeah.
assaulting. But they could find a way to make it mass casualty,
Um, you ever heard of like kinetic bombardment?
like kinetic warheads, or what do you mean?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Like
Like they're just spinning and launch them?
oh no. Well, yeah, there's that too. And like the oh god, what was it? Like laser obviously, and then there's the like the kinetic one that shoots the ball and it can shoot the ball like
Yeah,
I don't know, like really far.
it's all magnetized.
Electromagnet.
Yeah.
No, it's the idea of taking like a projectile and then dropping it from like a really high altitude. That's like made out of like certain metals, and then like whenever it hits the ground, like because it's reached like whatever velocity, heat, everything else, along with like impact and like they've got all the math figured out, and it's super precise due to the shape, and yeah, it causes a lot of damage. It just like the way that the metal does whatever it does inside of it, like hits, and it essentially like creates a pseudo combustion, you know,
Yeah.
like tactical. Yeah,
Well, it's like the first half of the technology of bunker busters.
essentially.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, my understanding is it's way more damaging.
Yeah. Well, and it's the same. I would say it's the comparison of like small arms fire compared to copper plated IEDs. You know, when they had
Hmm.
the inverted circular disc,
Hmm.
and when it fires, it liquefies and it becomes anti armor.
Hmm.
Like it's just superheated metal flying through the air at crazy
Or
velocities.
the Sabo, essentially the idea behind the Sabo of
Yeah.
being like a piercing, you know.
Well, it's like you almost don't have to pierce if you're a almost supersonic speed liquid metal. It's like piercing is almost pointless at that point.
So, the Air Force reported above, um, used a tungsten cylinder, impact at Mach 10, and it had
Holy
the
shit.
kinetic energy equivalent of approximately 11.5 tons of TNT.
Oh, I believe that. Because what's tungsten's weight by, hold on, tungsten weight by pound, let's say. Okay, a cubic foot, this is perfect. A cubic foot of tungsten weighs about 1,200 pounds. You know how dense that is?
It says the mass of such a cylinder is greater than 9 tons, 9 short tons, 8.2 tons.
Well, think of it this way: 1 cubic foot of tungsten at Mach 10 would be what, 12,000 pounds?
I don't know. I mean, it says 8.2 tons, whatever. I'm just reading. I just think it's an interesting idea though.
You got to generate the force on
Maximum
that.
penetration. I read that part. That part was very important.
34 G of force. Oh, so Mach 10 is even. Okay, I did that wrong. So 1,204 times 34.
But yeah, I mean, it's an interesting they used it in the movie oh god, what was it? It was G.I. Joe.
Yeah, 41,000 pounds of force
Yeah.
in a one
In
cubic.
in one of the G.I. Joe movies, I want to say they dropped one like in like London.
I'll have to brush up on my G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Insert clip.
Yeah. G.I. Joe.
Yeah, man.
Ah,
Well, I ain't got nothing else, bro. We can wrap it up. Let it be a wrap.
word to your mama.
School.
Good with that. I'm supposed to hang with the girl tonight.
Dang, I got some editing to do. I gotta chop up that video of where we played Peak, and then I have
Yeah,
another video of me and Bentley playing Peak from
I
previous
watched
to
that
that
one.
that I need it loaded.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, yeah, he and I played twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you'll have to at me, bro. Yeah, I wish I would have recorded that. Nah,
You didn't record it at all?
no.
Uh,
I
I
did.
uh, I I did unlist the video between like some of the things that were said. Like I think I said some weird stuff, you did, and I know Bentley did.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I didn't even see that one come up.
Yeah,
I can only think of one thing that was said.
Bentley.
No, that I said.
Oh, oh, okay.
But outside of that, I can't really think of anything. Maybe. There's some spots I guess I can see that. I did get a request for more um Forever Winter content. Just a heads up.
Oh, okay.
So,
From what's his face? What
it
was
was
that
just.
dude we played with?
Oh no, it was just a random commenter.
Oh, all right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Um, before we drop here, so we opened the Discord up to the merch, right? So
yeah.
everyone knows we have merch. It's out. This was an exclusive. I mean, we could put it up for a little bit, but it is available on solid black with white for the logo, and it's available in white with the black logo. But also we've got a couple other designs in there. Shirt, um, I want to say the blanket, you know, a hoodie, a pullover. But we were trying to gather ideas on what a like a
New.
limited run,
Yeah.
yeah, item and like something we can add to the lineup. And we didn't get much feedback in our Discord yet. So I'm open to other suggestions. I know YouTube polls are really good. People like to do YouTube polls. But I think it's a complication when we have so much like we have such a wide web, right? We have Spotify, YouTube, um, MySpace or whatever, Facebook.
Yes. Check us out
Yeah,
on MySpace.
MySpace. Also listen to my top 4 songs, and
See my
I have to
top.
keep my mom in my top 6.
Yeah, yeah. She'll
Yeah,
get mad if she's not.
yeah,
Your mom bought some merch.
yeah. Yeah, we said that last time too. She
Yeah.
showed up with this sweater in white.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. I actually like those sweaters. I like the pink too, actually. So,
Yeah, I like it.
but cool.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
need
hop in
ideas.
the Discord for sure. For
We
sure.
need ideas of what to put up there next.
Hmm. If not, we're gonna pick, and it's gonna be some weird shit.
It's always is. And I'm always looking for more people to game with. Like we said earlier, people that are open to just recording and they want to be, chill, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Like I'm interested in gaming with other people, you
Yeah,
know. I
don't
want to meet new
sweat.
people. It's not you, it's me.
Yeah,
Oh, I dropped my pen. Uh
bet he did.
but yeah, I mean I want to game with some new people, man. I mean a lot of the games we play are 3 to 4 players, like
Yeah, yeah.
so join the Discord.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Peace.
Peace.